Okay, we've now installed both programs. Now we're ready to go to the run or the programs, and we should see that config.2.5 and data logger show up in the bottom of the list. So we're going to load up the 2.5 config file first, and here we are. Okay, let me just see if I can focus any better than this. That's about it right there. Okay, so as you can see, this is the port list over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to plug in, it's running right now. And the way you tell if it's running is this little arrow up here will tell you what it's doing. Actually, I'm pointing to the wrong screen. This arrow will say running. Okay, don't push continuous run because it's already continuously running. It's not required. Now I'm going to plug in the COM port. It's going to beep. Once the system recognizes it, we're going to see another file show up on this list. So basically it got put into number 0. Now if you notice, if you push this up, it can select them. Now some computers have 5 or 6 things in here, and it may or may not put this the new COM right at the beginning of the list. Sometimes it puts it here or here. So don't depend on it being exactly the same as this. It can be quite different. The main thing you want to do is identify which is the new port that comes up when you plug it in, so that you're sure you're on the right port. And then you can use this to make sure that that name appears down here. So this basically scrolls through this list, this being 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you've got the port you like, just so it doesn't change on you, you hit locked. Next thing you do is you go to the database files, and now it gets you back to basically searching your hard drive. So we're going to go to the desktop where I happen to have my stuff, and we're going to go into the monitor runtime programs, which I happen to make a database file, and that's going to be the directory. Now this is different than selecting a file, so you got to select the directory. Okay, so now that directory and that path is right here. So this is where you got to write it to the disk. Now this little window up here is not a button. This is the button down here. So when you press this, it writes the file and change this to read, and it flips the switch basically for you right over here. So now if you push it again, it reads the COM port you're looking for, where the base file is, which is in the data logger v2.5 directory, and the config text file is what you're seeing. And this is the directory where it's putting the database files. And once you do this, you're done. You've got the configuration set up, and as long as you use that port and you don't move anything around on your machine, you're done. And you can close this program and go on to the data logger itself.